Well, even though it's wintertime, we have construction going on in Fridley. Hello, I'm Julie Jones, Planning Manager for the City of Fridley. And behind me is one of the newest construction projects that started in the city, the construction of another building in the Fridley Market site by Cub Foods. This building that's going to be about 8,000 square feet is going to contain a Caribou Coffee combined with an Einstein Bagel Shop, as well as a Pancheros Mexican restaurant and a Great Clips. So we'll be seeing that being constructed over the winter. Another project that's still being under construction that we're going to give you a sneak peek the inside of for the first time is the Cielo apartment project on University Avenue near 61st, soon to be occupied. So stay tuned if you'd like to take a look at what those apartments are going to be like. And we're also going to take a visit to one of our latest single-family home projects in the city, another successful Habitat for Humanity home that was built up on Taylor Street recently, and give you an update on what's going on with our Green Corps staff person that we have working on creating a tree inventory and a tree management plan for the city. So stay tuned to learn more about these topics in this edition of the Community Development Journal. Well, I'm in the Cielo Apartments with Todd Denny, who is the property manager here and will be officed here at the new apartments once they open very soon here on February 1st, as I understand, Todd.
Very exciting, February 1st, yes.
Yeah. So they're still doing some finishing touches here on the unit that we're in, but this is one of the many units that are offered at the building. I understand there's a variety of different unit sizes.
Correct. We offer studios, one bedroom dens, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and 3 bedrooms. So a large variety.
Okay. So something to accommodate about any family situation.
Yes, absolutely.
And another thing that I didn't realize about the facility is that you are allowing pets as well under certain circumstances, I understand?
Correct. We have a breed restriction and a pet weight limit, but we are pet friendly, dogs and cats, and we allow 2 in each apartment suite.
Okay, okay. And the units are not something you're going to find anywhere else in Fridley. I'd say a luxury apartment compared to many of the apartments that we have available in Fridley, with things like a full kitchen amenity with granite countertops.
Absolutely. This the Cielo we're really excited about being a grand 4-level mid-rise. You don't see that out here in this area with the granite countertops, like you said, a refrigerator, black appliance package. Over to your side there, we have a floor-to-ceiling pantry. All the shelving is adjustable. Very, very nice. They've done the modern lightings throughout the facilities in here, and they also include a full-size washer and dryer.
Right in the middle of the unit, so.
Yeah, and what's really exciting is in our 1-bedrooms, they actually have a laundry room. So you get a full-size washer and dryer and like a 5x10 laundry room.
Oh,
that's not
nice.
Something you see in apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice area for storage too, I'm sure. So.
Exactly.
And even with the appliances, I noticed built-in microwave. So if you move in, you don't have to worry about having your own microwave already.
Yeah, and the kitchen islands where we're at right now, this actually has storage right below us with cabinetry and drawers.
And seating built in.
And
So
seating
very-
built in.
Very kind of nice for efficient design.
Yeah.
And as the particular unit we're in now, I'm impressed to see 2-bedroom, 2-bath option, which is really a nice option if you're looking to have a roommate. So you can each have your own separate bathroom, because that ends up being the whole debate, isn't it? When you're renting
Yes.
and sharing spaces, who gets to use the bathroom. And very nice facilities in the bathroom. I know you mentioned there's kind of some upgrades in the bathroom features as well.
Yes, and the bathroom features, same thing. You will get the floor-to-ceiling pantry with adjustable shelves. You'll also have the bowed shower rods, and you'll have the large rainfall shower heads. And the bathrooms are very large, very spacious. And you're
They are.
right, in this 2-bedroom with it split, it's nice to have the privacy of your own.
You almost can have your own suite.
Yep.
Similar to some hotel suites I've seen in extended stay hotels. But and then there's just, I mean, besides the view is
Oh,
cool from the upper levels. I've been hearing about this from previous staff people who've been here during construction. Is that it's really cool to see some of the views, how you can see from the upper levels west,
Yeah.
almost all the way to the North Star train station and neighborhoods beyond it. So it's just kind of an interesting view. A lot of us don't get in Fridley because we don't have a lot of upper story buildings. And then as far as the entrance, I know when we came in, it was really interesting to see how you've got some really unique features built into this building.
we do. It's very flavorful, very flavorful. When you enter into our main lobby area, it's actually a double atrium, a 2-story atrium in front. And they have a beautiful brick fireplace. They have a nice coffee bar area, social lounge area. We will have our on-site management office on the main level. And then the other nice feature is when you walk in, you see this grand, large 24-hour fitness center. Absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about that.
It's very large, yes.
Yes. And then on the main level as well, located next to the fitness center, we have a party room or a community room, which our residents will be able to use for their private social events. And then, of course, Cielo will be hosting their own open houses, Super Bowl parties, things of that nature.
Okay. And then, even then, besides on the main level, that's where the parking is too. You've got your inside optional heated garage units.
Good point. We have 2 options for our residents. We have an outside parking lot, and then we also have the heated garage parking on the main level.
Okay. And then up above, was it on the second level, there's a unique feature of this?
On the second level, you have the overview of the atrium looking down into the lobby. And then on the third level, something that is extremely unique to the apartment industry is going to be a 24-hour convenience store. We're very excited about that. The convenience store will be available to the residents. It'll be selling milk, juice, eggs, pet food, things like that. And then outside of that will be another social area. They'll have some couches, some chairs. People can read. We'll have a lending library. Very nice.
Okay. And even a space like if someone were doing a home business, as I understand it, where you could do conferences?
Correct. On the 4th floor, we will have a conference room. So that way, if you are doing your home business, having any meetings, certain functions, we'll have that business conference center available.
Okay. So just very unique and very, very fun to see it all come together
Yes.
now after the last time being here when walls were just starting to go up. So it's nice to see it almost here ready for completion and occupancy.
Yeah, and the other thing that I forgot to mention is the balconies on this community.
Right.
A great feature, great feature. Oversized windows that adds a lot of light into your apartment suite.
It does. Opens it up nicely. I assume on all sides of the building.
Correct.
Okay. So Todd, if people are interested in learning more or finding out how to get on the waiting list for a unit, how do they contact you?
Yes, please. I would love for you to call me. Again, my name is Todd, and my number is 612-500-7299. You can also check out our website, thecieloapartments.com, and you can email us at the Cielo Apartments at Gmail.
Well, great. Thank you, Todd. It's exciting to see this all come together now after waiting so long and just looking at plans and walls going up. And do keep in mind that this is just the first phase of the Cielo Apartments project. There are 2 more buildings to be built yet, so you are going to continue to see the site under construction for some time. So stay tuned as we learn more about the next phases coming up.
Hi, I'm Julie Bieberg with the Community Development Journal's Codes to Know. Many dog owners probably don't even realize that Fridley City Code actually dictates how often you must clean up after your dog. The code states that dog owners must not let their pet's manure accumulate for more than 1 week. Cleanup of the pet waste needs to occur more frequently if it is creating an odor nuisance. It is also code requirement that you carry equipment for animal waste cleanup with you when you leave your home, walking your pet, and use it if necessary. This provision does not apply to guide dogs being used by visually impaired residents. If you'd like more information regarding city codes, please contact me at 763-572-3592.
Well, in this segment, we want to tell you a little bit more about what's become a real win-win situation for the city. The city found out that we owned a residential lot in a neighborhood up in the hills above Menards that had been acquired by the city through tax forfeiture decades ago, and for some reason had never been built on or sold. The lot was being used by an adjoining apartment building for a secondary access that they didn't really need. When approached by the city, they didn't want to purchase the lot themselves, so the city put the lot up on the open market for sale to have a new house built on it. Took a long time. We didn't really get any interest in someone buying the lot until Habitat for Humanity approached the city. And we were happy to work with them. We've had many other successful projects with Habitat. And so the city sold this lot to Habitat for Humanity, and now we have a new homeowner living in the city, a new home on the tax rolls in the city, and it's, like I said, a really win-win situation for the city. So let's meet the new homeowner. I'm inside the new Habitat for Humanity home with John Hagerman from Habitat for Humanity, who's their communications specialist. John, let's, start out by talking to people a little bit about why this program of building new homes is so important to Habitat's goals.
Well, Habitat was really founded to help people get affordable homes. When you have a rental property, or when you're having to move constantly because the rents keep going up, it's hard to keep a job. It's hard to build any kind of wealth on there. It's hard to have good health on there, good nutrition. Those things all suffer when you don't have a predictable, affordable mortgage. When they're able to buy a home, the children particularly benefit. They get a stable environment for the family. They get better nutrition. They get better health care. Their education becomes predictable, where they're able to turn around and know what schools they're going to go to, build better relationships with the teachers, relationships with the other students that will last a lifetime. So when a family moves into a Habitat home, what you end up getting is the escape from poverty for generations to come. It builds that foundation that allows that growth. And oftentimes it means it's the first generation to graduate from high school, go on to college. Not necessarily in this family, but often that time that's the case. So it becomes long-term, and it really is why we do what we do, is to help that family escape from that.
Well, that's interesting to hear that it's so much more than just building a home. And want to explain to folks too a little bit about how this program works, how someone becomes eligible to be in the Habitat for Humanity New Home program, and how it all works for them to own a home like this.
Well, a lot of people think that we build a home and we give it to somebody, and that isn't the way it works at all. In order for a family to get a Habitat home, they have to qualify it with credit. They have to have decent credit rating. It's not as good as a credit rating need as a regular commercial mortgage would be, but they still have to have decent credit. They have to have a stable employment on. They have to qualify on all those different aspects, because they aren't being given a home. They're buying a home with an affordable mortgage, and that's the key, affordability. We work with volunteer labor. We have a lot of product donated. The lots here, and we'll talk about that, imagine on here. The lots, we work with the cities, we work with counties to make sure that those are affordable. So everything we do brings the cost down of that mortgage, which means it's capped at 30% of their income.
Okay.
That's the definition of what affordable means. If it's 30% or less, now they can afford healthcare, they can afford good food, they can afford the educational expenses. And that's the key. If we don't do that, they get back in trouble. But we set up where they stay out of trouble and are able to build a good future.
Right. And I understand there were some unique financing options, whatever, that became available about the purchase of this lot. The lot was purchased from the city, but there was something that came about to make that possible, I understand.
Well, Habitat found out about the lot being available on here. We were interested in purchasing it. We wanted to build more homes in the Fridley area. So we contacted the city and started negotiating on there. We agreed on a price, but then we went to this county, Anoka County. They have a program there for funding that. We got the funds to purchase the lot through the county. It's a good partnership between the city, the county, and Habitat to bring the costs of the land down so we could keep the cost of the housing down so it's a much more affordable mortgage. And so it's just kind of a win-win-win all the way around.
Right.
The city won by having a lot built and added the tax rolls. The county won for the same reason on it. Habitat won because we were able to build a house at an affordable rate. And of course the family here all won because it kept it affordable for them. For four kids and the adults in the family, it really worked out well for them.
Right. And a beautiful home at that. And I understand you also build in some features into the home that help make the utilities affordable for the homeowner as well.
Well, part of the affordability of any home is going into not just what's the mortgage, but what's it cost to live in the home. The utilities is a big part of it. So we always make sure that we use high efficiency furnaces, that we use high efficiency windows, that we have the proper amount of insulation in the home to get the costs for maintaining it, the cost for all the utilities, the heating, and that sort of thing, as low as you possibly can. It doesn't do much good to have an affordable mortgage if all of a sudden you're turning around having to pay hundreds more for utility costs. So we make sure that we use all the latest technology that we can to keep those costs down.
Okay, super. Well, next I think it'd be great if we can meet the family, so we'll do that next. Well, now I have with me Asha, who's the new owner of this new home here in Fridley that was built by Habitat for Humanity. Asha, congratulations on your new home. It's beautiful. I was here when it was just getting finished up, so it's fun to see now with furniture and people inside.
Yeah, thank you.
So how did you, I'm curious to know how you selected being part of this program and choosing to live in Fridley.
So my mom actually heard about it through one of her friends. We joined the program last January. Took a little bit once we got all the required paperwork in and stuff like that. It started building around the spring, April. And we chose, it was Fridley and another location around Fridley, Minneapolis. I really like the Minneapolis area, I like this area especially. There's a lot going on around here, good community, very diverse, close to school and work and things like that.
That was one of the things I was going to ask you, is what you kind of like about this area, and I suspected you were going to say being kind of close to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's close to school, close to work, and everything else. There's like a lot of things around here. You can, different restaurants. We've been here for a month now, and we've ate at a couple different restaurants that are out here. There's so much, you know, to try. So
Yeah,
nice.
it's great. I guess so. Curious to know just what you needed to do to be owning this home. I know you have to put some sweat equity in, and so what sort of things did you end up having to do to work on the home?
So we put a lot of hours in. For this house, what we did a lot. I learned so much about home building because I never did anything construction-wise. So one thing I remember, we put in the wood floors, which was really nice. I learned how to do that. learned how to put installation in the ceiling, in the garage, things like that. Worked on a lot of the indoor parts of it. And yeah, that was really, really cool.
You had to do some painting too, probably.
Yep, we did some painting. We also worked on other homes too that that Habitat was building. There was one in Northeast Minneapolis, and for that one, it was really cool. We got to put up some sheets, and I can't remember what it was called exactly, but you know, we were working on different homes, which is cool. Met with a lot of different people, homeowners that are in Habitat, as well as volunteers and things like that.
I'd forgotten about that. That's usually part of it, that you work on not just your own home, but others too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and so now that you've moved in, kind of what's your favorite thing about the home?
So favorite thing, there's a couple different things. One, I like the bathroom right next to my room downstairs. I like that we have a garage connected to our home. I never had
Attached
that,
garage.
so yeah, attached garage. It's really nice, especially in this cold weather, bringing in groceries. And I really like how we arrange it. Everything really. I like the whole house.
Good home, good neighborhood. Can't beat that. Well, we should let you introduce the rest of your family that I know that's here, if you'd like to show us who's all living here with you.
This is my brother, Bilal. Oh, Kale. Say hi, Bilal.
Hi.
And this is my mom, Sadia. Also, we're both owners of the home. And then Safa, come on. And Safa.
Well, that's great.
I also do have another brother who's in school right now, Hamid. So, yeah.
Well, it's great. I'm just glad to see it. What's your favorite thing about the new home?
I like everything about it.
Do you like your new school?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Okay. Well, welcome to Fridley. I'm just glad it's all worked out for you. It's great to see.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting us come into your new home.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you.
And then, stay tuned. Up next, we want to tell you more about a new Green Corps staff person we have in our department who's working on tree issues, particularly information about emerald ash borer. So if you have an ash tree in your yard, you'll want to watch this next segment.
Hi, I'm Julie Bieberg with the Community Development Journal's Codes to Know. Placement of garbage and recycling containers for pickup often becomes a challenge in the wintertime. Please be aware that you are not allowed to place your garbage cart or your recycling bin in the public drive area of the street or alley. This requirement is in place to permit snow plowing. Carts need to be placed on your driveway or yard for collection. If you have a narrow driveway, this may require you to carve out an area in the snowbank along the curb to place your containers. Please avoid blocking public sidewalks as well. In between collection days, you must store your garbage and recycling containers somewhere away from the curb and not in your front yard. Your front yard is considered the area from the frontmost part of your house or garage to the street. If you'd like more information regarding city codes, please contact me at 763-572-3592.
Hey, I'm Erica, and I'm a new face around Fridley. You may have seen me at a city park with a tape measure wrapped around a tree trunk and wondered what in the world I was doing. Well, I'm going to be doing a lot here for the next 8 months. I'm a member of the Minnesota Green Corps, which is an AmeriCorps program that works to train its members in environmental professions through community service and civic engagement, and Fridley was selected as my host site. While I'm here, I'll be working on a number of urban forestry projects, including an Arbor Day tree sale and celebration, creating an inventory of city trees, and helping Fridley become a Tree City USA community. You may have heard the words emerald ash borer a lot in the news lately. That is because the emerald ash borer, or EAB, is a destructive insect that has been found in the nearby communities of Shoreview and Arden Hills. This insect targets only species of ash trees, including green ash, which is a popular street tree in Fridley. Because of this, it is important that we begin preparing now for the arrival of EAB, so once it is found in Fridley, we can be as ready as possible. One of the ways that we are preparing for its arrival is by locating the city's ash trees and checking them for symptoms of EAB. Symptoms of EAB include canopy dieback, woodpecker damage, sprouts along the trunk, and vertical splits in the bark. You too can look for symptoms of EAB on your own trees. For more information on how to identify ash trees, as well as what signs and symptoms to be on the lookout for, visit the Minnesota DNR's webpage on emerald ash borer. While tree pests are a major concern, now let's focus on why trees mean so much to a community. Anyone who has sat in the shade of a tree on a hot summer's day can attest to the cooling power of trees. But trees offer so much more than just a break from the heat. Not only do leaves provide shade, but they are also masters of rainwater interception. Picture the tree canopy as a big safety net, catching the rainwater on the surface of its leaves and slowing it down as it makes its way to the ground. Because the rain is moving at a slower rate, more water is able to be absorbed into the soil. Without trees to slow it down, more rainfall hits the ground at once, and the soil isn't able to absorb it all. This causes this water to run off into the streets into storm drains, which eventually lead into local waterways. Along the way, this water picks up pollutants and sediments that lower the quality of water in our lakes and streams. Needless to say, more trees means cleaner water and healthier communities. If your yard is looking a little bare, think about planting a tree this spring. The City of Fridley will be hosting an Arbor Day tree sale on Saturday, April 30th, in the City Hall parking lot from 10 a.m. till noon. Stay tuned to Fridley Municipal Television for more information on our upcoming urban forestry events and projects, as well as more lessons on the benefits of trees. And if you just can't wait to find out more about how awesome trees are, visit the Minnesota DNR's website.
Hi, I'm Julie Bieberg with the Community Development Journal's Codes to Know. It's winter time, so you cannot park your car on the street overnight. Neither can you park your car on the lawn of your home. Vehicles always, no matter what time of year, have to be parked on pavement. Anywhere you drive vehicles on your property needs to be paved. If you park on your lawn, you risk getting your car tagged and towed, just as if it were parked on the street overnight. If you'd like more information regarding city codes, please contact me at 763-572-3592.
Well, another new project that I mentioned at the beginning of the program that's just nearing completion here is at the corner of 53rd Avenue and Highway 65 or Central Avenue. And with the corner anchor being a new Starbucks coffee shop with a drive-through, as well as AT&T and a Leon Chin going into this location. So now, when you have the urge to go out and pick up dinner somewhere and don't want to cook, we've got a few new restaurant options for you here in Fridley. So that concludes this episode of the Community Development Journal. Thank you for taking an interest in development in Fridley.
This has been a production of Fridley Municipal Television, Channel 17. Thanks for watching.